This show is sponsored by BetterHelp Online Therapy. Visit betterhelp.com/Padilla because sometimes existing is exhausting. My name's Anthony Padilla, and I spend a day with people who suffer from chronic pain. Cigarettes being burned into my stomach, an ice pick repeatedly being chiseled into my skull, a blowtorch burning my chin with metal clamps ripping me apart. All descriptions that barely convey the persistent pain that people here today experience on a normal basis. By the end of this video, we'll find out if striving to shift their mental perspective to accept pain and thrive regardless has equipped them to face all the struggles that life throws at them with ease, or if this tormenting pain, especially when it's invisible, has left them feeling isolated and trapped in a world of incessant agony. Zach.
Hey Anthony, good to be back.
I know it's impossible to accurately put pain into words, but can you attempt for people to understand the sensations that you do feel?
I feel like I'm a Coca-Cola can in a hydraulic press. Just very slowly being crushed. I will sneeze and it feels like there's someone inside my rib cage just rattling my bones.
Are you in pain right now?
There's a baseline of pain at every moment of my life. The longer I sit here and take stock of my body, the more I'm aware of it.
Does talking about it like this make it more prominent for you?
Not to make you feel bad, but yeah, probably.
I'm not gonna make Zach feel worse than he already does.
No, come back, please. I don't mean
Do you want me to hurt you? Do you want me to hurt you?
Yes, Daddy.
How long have you been feeling these pains?
I've had some form of AS since middle school. You've heard old men say that like their bones ache when the rain's coming. That was me at age 12. I have something called ankylosing spondylitis. It is an inflammatory autoimmune disease. My body is trying to make more bone in places there shouldn't be bone. There's a story that if you put a frog in a pot of boiling water, it'll jump right out. But if you put a frog in normal water and slowly increase the temperature, it'll just sit there until it burns itself to death. That was me for years.
Did you ever feel like you had to really struggle to get that recognition and that diagnosis?
It is incredibly challenging to have doctors take your pain seriously. I told my doctor that I was having trouble sleeping and that my back hurt all the time, and I was told, hey, maybe try yoga. Well, yeah, you're like not in great shape. Maybe you should work out a little more. He just told me to take ibuprofen. And I'm like, dude, don't you see that I'm like talking about this every time I see you? I literally screamed at this guy at the doctor's office. I'm like, I'm not sleeping. I fucking hurt all the time. This is crazy. You have to fucking do something. To get a diagnosis was so affirming. It meant that this was real, that there were others that had gone through the same thing, and that there was a roadmap.
When you deal with something so chronic, like the pain that you're experiencing, do you ever get used to it?
I understand the patterns. I expect it. It's becoming more predictable, but you don't get used to hurting. You know, you don't wake up one day and go like, oh, I know you. You're fine. Come on over, bud.
How are you able to remain positive? How are you able to find that light in your daily life?
Because life sucks if you don't. At the end of the day, you are your own responsibility because no one else is gonna help you. So how you live your life is your choice. You only get one of these. While I'm on this blue marble floating on a rock in space, like, yeah, I'm gonna try and have fun and do the things that make me happy.
Do you ever feel obligated to prove that you are in pain, that you're actually in pain to people who can't see it?
I don't look sick, and I don't look disabled. I am. I need to remind even the closest people in my life sometimes that, hey, I have limited energy in the day. There are things that I can't do. I have days where brain fog totally takes over my life and I'm just not gonna be able to do anything.
Has your pain ever affected your mental health?
There are some days where your body is just, it's spending energy that you can't see and there's nothing left for up here. Feel like you're lost in this fog. You just can't concentrate. Even the simplest task, you just can't do. And the closest thing I can relate it to is a really extreme depression where you just can't will yourself to do anything.
Do you ever feel like a burden to others?
I am not good at keeping people up to date, my family especially, and they get really mad at me. When I made my first video about AS, they're like, I'm sorry, what the fuck? You didn't tell us this.
They had no idea your pain was that bad or constant?
I put up certain boundaries in my relationships because it's really tempting, right, with my fiance, every time I'm in pain to complain and to ask for help. And there's the temptation to turn her into a caretaker. That doesn't mean that I don't tell her how I'm feeling. Doesn't mean that I don't tell her when I'm having a shitty day. But I have a support system of other spoonies, of people with chronic pain that I can text and talk to about some of the specifics so that I'm not just venting to one person all of the time.
How has your relationship with physical pain changed the way that you perceive pain in general, whether it be, emotional or psychological?
All my life, I considered myself a weak person. I now realize I'm the strongest person I know. I have had to become a stronger person mentally to deal with the physical pain. And I don't want to frame it in a way that says like, oh, I've learned so much from this disease. It's made me a better person. But no, I've stepped up to the plate.
Can you get into all the ways that you've tried to battle this pain through the medication, through the experimental items and procedures and journeys?
I take a medicine. I'm on my 5th one. It's a little shot in my tummy, either once a week or once a month. I have a nerve medicine. I take CBD every single day. I smoke weed. I take ibuprofen on the days where the CBD doesn't work well enough. I have so many toys and gadgets. Kelsey and I, who's in this video, we came this close to going to a mansion in Mexico for a shrooms retreat. I'm gonna take shrooms every 5 days for like 3 months. Oh. Sounds fun. Might still do that.
Sure.
Just recreationally.
It might help, or
if my videos get really weird, you'll know why.
And that's just Zach without pain.
If you can't handle me at my pain, then you don't deserve it. When you have chronic pain, you are willing to try anything and everything, because if there's even a 1% chance it works, or if it even improves you 1%, that's something I'm willing to do.
You've said many times that you refuse to allow your pain to be your entire identity.
Every decision I make in a day is defined by my pain. That said, I don't let the pain define me and what I care about and what I believe and who I am and how I feel, because that's the one thing I can control. It controls my body, I control my mind, so I say, pain, f you, I'm in charge. Let's watch some Yellow Jackets.
All right, you got 5 seconds to shout out or promote anything you want directly into your camera. Go.
Listen to disabled people. Guys, if you're here, if you're watching, give this channel a subscribe. Look, Anthony's working hard. He's doing a good thing here. He doesn't have to do this. Let's be clear. Anthony could definitely do much easier content and probably still make a decent living.
Yeah, have you ever heard of slime? It's cool, it squishes.
I don't know if you realize that like you're putting in way more effort than you need to.
You're telling me that I could do less?
Oh, you could coast so easy, my man. You could just fucking do some bullshit and probably make enough.
Well, there you have it. I spent a day with people who suffer from chronic pain, and I feel like I have a much better understanding of the connection between mind, body, and pain. While completely escaping chronic pain may never be an option, they've found the ability to adjust the way they process and react to it. And it goes without saying that everyone experiences some sort of mental or physical pain, and you never truly know what's going on behind the scenes.